Hello, everybody. Welcome to my today's podcast. It's your friendly host Jhalak, and in my series of interviewing people from marketing, communication, business, and PR, today we are interviewing a very old friend and a successful business owner in Canada, Mr. Patel. So, about Mr. Patel, he's been a business owner in Canada since past 2 years. Let's begin our interview with Mr. Patel to know his journey from being an international student to a successful business owner. Hello, Mr. Patel. How are you today?
I'm good, Jhalak. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. So, let's begin with our interview. The first thing that I want to know about you is when did you start your business?
All right, so that's a pretty interesting question you asked. So first of all, thank you so much for introducing me to your postcard today. So I came in Canada, it's around 5 years ago, and I studied here. I came as an international student. So my background is from the business education and all. So from starting at all, I like to start my own business because I don't like to work for someone else and earn money. So I started my business around 2 years back in 2019. So I'm looking for multiple and different kind of businesses, but I go with the food industry specifically, which I have right now, the restaurant called as Wayback Burgers. So that's how I started.
Well, that's a pretty good journey you have had there. So, moving forward to my next question is how did you manage the initial funding for your business?
All right. So for that, honestly, from starting at all, I do save a couple of money because I know I have to start my business and all, and I need some fundings, right? So I saved some money, and then in Canada we do have really good programs which government introduces for specifically small businesses. So I go with them and I talk with the banks and all. So they told me about this program called as Canada Small Business Funding. So basically how it works is like they provide funds up to $1 million if you have a business who earns less than $10 million in a year. So I go with that, and that's what my start funding is. And as I said, a couple of my savings and all. So I started like that.
Well, that's amazing. I was aware about Canadian government helping people to start small business and big businesses as well, but this is a pretty good initiative. So while moving forward to our next question is, what challenges did you face during the initial stage of your business?
Okay, Chalak, that's a pretty interesting question again. So I face the challenges like most of the businesses face in their initial stage. So at the beginning, I faces like I don't have that much of sales in my restaurant, and because of that, for the starting couple of months, I go with the pretty much loss in my businesses and all, and then I just go around and look for the market as well. What's the people's need here in my area where my restaurant is located? So from that, after 5 or 6 months, I started gaining sales more and more, and start gaining profits from my businesses as well. And that's kind of challenge I do face in my sales and all to build up my new business there.
Well, good to know about it. I was also aware about small businesses or any food business facing challenges during the initial stage, but once you have hit the break-even point, it's good for the business's growth, and once you have started earning profit, it's a good journey. So let's just move to our last question there. Why did you choose food industry? And What was the reason behind choosing this particular franchise? Also, just give us a little introduction about your franchise.
All right, great. So as we all know, in this world, like during this period, especially during the COVID and all, food industry, food industry is the industry which, yeah, and as I'm saying, that food industry has a really good future. And when I'm going to search for this particular franchise, they even told me about the growth of the food industries. Like, if we know, if anyone know about the food industry, and also in the coming 5 years, the expected growth of the food industry is about 25%, which is one of the most expected growth in a particular industry. So that was the reason I chose specifically food industry. And if I said about this franchisee, so which I said earlier, it called as Wayback Burgers. So that franchisee has a pretty good menu. So we do have like burgers, drinks, and some other products as well. Yeah, so we do have a really great menu here, which I'm glad that I chose this particular franchise, because even in the COVID time, this franchise gave me a really good sales. At the starting point, it's not that good, but by the end of the year, I earned like 1.2 million in sales, which is a pretty good sales if we see in a particular restaurant or food industry. So yeah, I'm glad that I chose this particular franchise. And even when I'm searching for the franchise, I specifically go with this franchise because this franchise is pretty new in Canada. So it's pretty popular in US, but they are new to Canada. And I was like, let's take a chance because there was a similar customer base as the US in Canada as well. So yeah, I took a chance, and I'm glad that I go with this for a franchise, because it's really gave me a good profit at the end of the years.
Well, that was a pretty good interview with the business owner and a very old friend. So, thank you so much, Mohit, for letting us know about your business and yourself. I wish you a very good luck for your future, the business, and the restaurant. You have a good weekend. Thank you.